Greetings, sentient beings. This broadcast is not intended for children. There will be strong language and adult themes.
All right, well, I expected that to last longer, and I don't even know what today's topic is. I know Purple was up. Sorry, go ahead.
It's Slothgirl's birthday.
Oh, I didn't really know Slothgirl, so that's...
Well, if you just have lots of bad jokes to tell...
Listen, if you want me to get up and tell jokes, you need to see my stand-up routines when I do open mics.
So we have Deep State Annex, On the Sofa UK, and Demon Orb. Hello, everybody.
Oh, but let's see.
Hi,
you know, my algebra students may never learn how to correctly solve for variables, but at least they learn how to solve for their insomnia.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, it's only terrible when you write it down on paper.
I'm reading it from the notebook most comedians have.
Yeah, Molly and Godless Scummer. And for anybody wondering where Purple is, she can't seem to find her headset.
You know, I grew up in the Mormon church, and I worked very hard to overcome the elitist attitudes that the church instilled in me. After years of progress, I think I can finally say I now regard everyone else as equally inferior. Come on, Purple, get in here. Dear Algebra, stop asking us to find your ex. She's not coming back. Don't ask us why.
I was just looking at that one. Well, I'm concerned I can't hear in the next room. I think I might be at Death's door.
And I often get asked as an algebra teacher, when are we ever going to use this in real life? So I have started to tell my students that one of the most important things we can learn from algebra is that the primary reasons why relationships fail can often be expressed as a function of the x.
Once went into an Upsy club. It was an open mic night.
You should always go to math teacher parties because there will always be pie. God, that was awful.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl going into the bathroom? Because the P is silent.
Yeah, what are some other jokes?
What kind of scientist studies soda? A physicist.
What's the math teacher's favorite shape?
What?
Sorry, got it wrong. What's the math teacher's favorite angle? The triangle.
Yeah, it could have worked either way.
What's the math teacher's favorite tree? I was going to say, why do I have all these math jokes? The geometry. You know, my main problem with calculus jokes is they're always so derivative, but dad humor is integral to math.
Nice.
You know, you can come in and just mute your mic, Purple. When you're not speaking. That often works.
Well, I hope you find the thing. Well, maybe you can put in the chat. So how old would the Slothgirl have been?
You know, in the past, I'd go to the library when I wanted someplace that was quiet and nearly abandoned. But now when I need someplace quiet, the first place I think of is a mall.
That was actually kind of sad.
Have you been to a mall lately?
Yeah, not recently, seeing so all the ones around here is closed down.
We still have one, but it's just mostly empty.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, this has been the fullest it's been since I've been here, but like it's interesting to see what stores held on. Like ours still has a J.C. Penney. I don't know how, but it still has one.
I miss
And
malls.
the Macy is closed, even though it shouldn't have. Sears obviously closed. One of the anchor stores became like a flea market. There's an archery range in it,
Oh, that's cool.
a jiu-jitsu studio, an RC racetrack, like a... Ah, here's purple.
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I see you're using your other microphone there.
The only thing I've got here is the microphone on my camera.
Well, great. So that means I don't have to read the jokes I didn't think were good enough from this comedy notebooks, because most of them aren't funny.
Well, that's kind of the point of dad jokes.
Funny, they're the proper ones for this stream. Like, did you know that frogs can jump higher than the Empire State Building?
Yes, the
Yeah, the
Empire.
Empire.
That's because buildings can't jump.
Yep. Well, those are the caliber of Slothgirl's jokes. Lots of dad jokes.
You know, Donald Trump, a fan of half-naked men fighting each other, admirer of the size of Arnold Palmer's manhood.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's really weird when he went on about that.
avid devotee of the village people is clearly the epitome of a straight white man.
Here's one. MAGA. That's a joke.
I wish it was more of a threat.
Yesterday I pooped my pants. It really concerns me because I don't remember eating my pants. I know, it was a shitty joke.
Let's say I think either was one.
Well, one of my favorites that I've said before, so you've probably all heard it, is I'm surprised Disney hasn't put ads on the Hulk. He's really just a giant banner.
Let's see, this was terrible, and I don't know where I was going with it. Vanilla Ace has not backed out of the White House 250 celebration because he told us long ago that if there were a problem, he'd solve it. Check out his hook while his DJ revolves it.
Interestingly enough, he has come out and stated that he'll perform for anyone, so it doesn't matter.
Has he performed for anyone? I mean, he was popular in the 90s, but...
Yeah, that sounds like I'm really desperate for a gig. Somebody please.
That was not cat related. That is one of the great things about owning a cat. You can hear something knocked down. Oh, come on.
Yep.
Why did the camera go out? The microphone didn't, but the camera did, which is weird.
Let's see here. I got tired. I got fired from my job about the bank today. A woman asked me to check her balance, and so I pushed her.
You know, everybody's afraid of sharks, but cows kill more people. Sharks kill more. Never mind.
Cows kill more people than sharks.
Yeah.
Priest, rabbi, and atheist walk into a bar. You think one of them have seen it?
That's because sharks don't kill cows.
Yep. Yeah. My brain is still trying to figure out where the frick my headphones went to.
What's blue and not very heavy?
I touched them, and I always hang them up in the same place, and I haven't used them since last week's stream.
So, are they in any place where a cat can get to them?
Yeah, but if a cat just knocked them off, they'd be on the floor in the general vicinity.
But are you sure the cat just knocked them off? Like, Athena will bring her favorite toys to me sometimes.
Let's see. Last time you used them would have been on my Thursday show.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, but I mean, it's the same place I've been hanging them up for years.
I'm sure when the kitty is ready for your attention, she'll bring out the headphones.
Get a picture off my camera, but it's not cooperating because we have a new resident. As of yesterday, I have a second kitty again.
Yeah, nice.
I have a man slides into bed with his wife. Honey, I'm not wearing any underwear. His wife replies, I'll wash them tomorrow.
Land sharks, land sharks.
My grief counselor died today. He was so good that I don't even care.
I hear Grindr is offering a new special offer to its Republican congressman members where they can get premium services as long as they agree to have their account details made public. That doesn't even feel like, I don't know. I mean, that didn't feel like it was a joke. It feels like something they should do.
Yep. Cats, in fact, are proved the earth is round because if it was flat, they would have knocked everything off the sides by now.
See, we also have Calicia came in, and see, Godless Granny's in the chat.
Hello.
Tubian.
Today would have been Slothgirl's 60th birthday.
Ah.
Well, I thought she was slightly older than that.
Yeah. Oh. Well. I mean, yeah, this is definitely a gremlin thing. They have just completely disappeared, and it's not like I would have used them in another location or anything. This makes no sense at all.
Well, I don't think I ever said the punchline to the butt's blue and not very heavy.
Well, obviously, you just need to check in every place you haven't looked.
Light blue. Well, I'm sure the headphones will be in the last place you look.
Another good trick for finding something you're lost is look for something else that you've lost.
No, the trick is when the gremlins have taken something, you go out and buy a replacement. And as soon as you replace it, they'll return the original one.
Listen, if you just want an excuse to buy new headphones, you have my permission to buy new headphones.
At least these headphones aren't that expensive.
Yeah, and these are good. I'm still on my first set. I mean, how many years have I had these?
I don't know.
I'm on
How
my
many
second
years
one.
have you had them?
I don't know. Mage, when did you buy your first set?
Why about? I think it was just before her Diana died.
Yeah. And I had
A
bought
year or
my,
two.
you were looking for recommendation. I told you.
Yeah.
Because I'd been using mine for about a year at that point.
I was gonna say, I remember being taken to like the local Mormon church and my parents' gremlin.
Yeah, well, I'd still be on my old set, but the wire got kinked somehow and started breaking.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's the other thing about these, that they've got that fabric cord. So even the cord is distinctive from all the other cords I've got running in my computer.
I was gonna say, I think the next time I get a set of headphones for my PC, it's not going to be wired.
Yeah.
Kind of inconvenient.
Yeah, even if a bit of the cord was sticking out from under something, I would recognize that cord.
Yeah, my solution is I just use wireless earbuds.
Hello.
Hi, Ned.
Hello.
Yeah.
You may hear some sounds in the background because it is we have a storm around the house here.
You have a what around the house?
A storm.
Oh,
A lot of wind.
Yep. Yeah, I've
Oh.
tried a couple of different wireless things, wireless earbuds and headphones, and I always seem to, get a lot of static from them.
Have a joke about trickle down in economics, but 99% of you will never get it.
I have a joke about recursion,
Nice.
but I'll make a call back to it later.
Hope I'm not the only one who got that joke.
Well, there aren't 100 of us here, so only one of you should have, right?
No, I mean Porpoise's joke.
Oh,
I hope not. I have been trying to figure out how to work that into a set. It's like, I've got a recursion joke. Go on to the next one. And that's the thing to say. Remember the recursion joke I made at the beginning? It's like, this is a callback to it. But I don't think the audience, I think most of the audience wouldn't get it.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking there might not be a whole lot of people that know the word recursion.
I don't know the word.
Well, since you're a musician, recursion is like you have like the bars at the end of like the double bars with like the colon at the.
I am a
Think of it as like the repeat symbol.
I cannot read music as big as a house.
Music can be big as a house?
No, I cannot make no. I cannot read music notes even if they are as big as a house.
Seems like it would be a detriment to being a musician.
You don't need to be a musician, or you don't need to be reading music if you are a musician.
Beethoven couldn't read or write musical scales either. He developed his own system to put them, and the people who had to translate them thought it was a pain in the ass.
I have it in my head.
But yeah, it would be. Think of recursion as the repeat symbol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Beethoven basically used a mathematical system, a base 8 math system, to write down his music because he couldn't read the standard music.
Well, after you tune a fish, you can play musical scales.
Yeah. That's it. That's the truth.
Is a vegetarian dolphin a tuna, or is a vegetarian porpoise a tuna-safe dolphin?
Tuna fish.
You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
Yeah, that is it.
Or you can tune a fish, but you can't tune a banjo.
This is true.
Ah, yes, I do remember the Dead Domain series where she infiltrated. Oh, the CPAC, that's a new one. I thought she also went undercover at the. I want to say. Who's the NIFB Steve pastor? What's his name? Steve something or other?
I can't remember now.
Stephen Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm at Stephen Anderson's church. Save the solipsism jokes for Nick's in time chat.
Yep. There was a trans YouTuber, Dead Domain, went undercover at CPAC. They had their grinder set up and were getting hits live as they walked around CPAC.
Okay, this one's not a joke. Actually, this is something I'm seriously looking into. I'm looking into joining a gym around my area, and I was kind of looking at the pricing around here, and the one that I think I can afford is Planet Fitness. And I've been kind of toying with maybe going and joining them up with them. I was kind of hesitant considering they have the whole judgment-free zone, yet they have that idiotic lunk alarm, which apparently they're phasing out. So at least I don't have to worry about that too much. But I was kind of curious about what your opinions were.
I know they're all over the place. I've never been inside one.
They're all over the place. A lot of them are open 24 hours. Go for it.
Yeah, this one's pretty much open for 24 hours most days.
I know they've been recommended to homeless people as a place you can use the showers at any hour.
That's an idea. Yeah.
Are they even open? I mean, I know Anytime Fitness has like a 24-hour model, but you have to, outside of normal business hours, you have to have like a key fob to get in.
Yeah, well, they have to have a membership card.
Yeah, you'd have to have membership. But
yeah.
Yeah, there's an Anytime Fitness actually even closer to me, but I looked at the pricing. It's kind of pricey when you actually add everything up. And I noticed in the reviews of this particular one near me, a lot of people were complaining about having issues with canceling.
Well, that tends to be a problem with all the subscription things these days. They make it as hard as possible, as hard as they can for you to cancel, hoping that you'll just give up trying to find the button to cancel it.
I think it's interesting that there's been kind of a backlash to like forcing subscriptions on us. Like people are now insisting on like physical media. I mean, sometimes, and part of that is just because like streaming's whole business model was being slightly more convenient than piracy. And now that like there are so many different streaming services that are competing, it's like, let's do piracy again instead.
Well, that and so many of the streaming services they'll drop a series. Yeah, that's what put me off the streaming. That I had Netflix like back in 2015, and I was in the middle of watching a series. I was on like the 5th season, and they stopped carrying it.
Or they'll have like part of the season.
Seasons. What's that, Mage?
Sometimes they won't even have the entire series.
Yeah. Well, like if you try to watch Mythbusters, it's not the entire series. It's in packages, not seasons. So sometimes certain episodes will be missing.
Yeah, I've seen that too, where they have missing episodes.
Well, I can't imagine Mythbusters has a coherent plot throughout each season. So,
also another useful thing about going R matey is you don't have to have your internet to be able to watch stuff.
Yep.
What's a pirate's favorite programming language for your doing statistics?
Oh, I'm thinking pirates love the sea.
R. R is a real programming language, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
No, most people think pirate's favorite letter is R, but their true love is a C.
Did you hear about the new object-oriented version of the ocean that's exciting both pirates and programmers? It's called C++.
No?
C++.
Oh, yeah. That's been around for a ton of years.
Yep.
Well, C++ has, but...
Yep.
Signed up on a diet website today, and I wasn't impressed. First thing they asked me was if I wanted to accept cookies.
Yeah.
Well, of course I want to accept cookies. That's why I need to be on a diet website.
You know, one time when I was much heavier, I was comparing cookies and some asshole made an offhand comment about my weight, and I looked at the asshole and I said, I perceive you've been with Jesus because you're an asshole.
Jesus saves, but Gritzy scores on the rebound.
The new pirate movie is rated R.
Arr, arr.
Why can't dinosaurs eat fish? Because they're dead.
The fish?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dinosaurs.
No, dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I know.
Can't eat after you're dead.
I just try to
Eagles
be
eat fish all the time.
Wait,
Never mind.
if
I think
zombies can eat after they're dead, does that count, or are they undead and therefore they can eat?
There's an interesting question. If a dinosaur had been turned into a zombie, would it still be wandering around today?
I assume it probably would have decayed by now because everything in zombie literature suggests their bodies still decay.
Okay, they're still gradually decaying, huh?
Well, it depends on the zombie. Some forms of zombies actually do not decay.
Well, that's another advantage to Minnesota. I always figured in the zombie apocalypse they'd only be a seasonal problem because I have not seen anything of zombies in the snow, so I figure when the temperature gets that low, they must go dormant.
Yeah,
They don't
actually,
think they're like reptiles.
that was actually the case in the Walking Dead.
Yep.
At least in the comics.
During the winter, there were no zombies.
Well, fewer zombies.
Well, The Walking Dead has so many problems. The first of which being that not everyone is going to be infected with the virus. Some people will be naturally immune.
Yeah. I'm not sure they ever explained how everybody ended up with the virus in the first place.
Yeah, well, obviously it was transferred by bites, but I don't know how it started.
No.
It would have
No,
been born of,
no, it wasn't. It wasn't just bites.
It was Elon Musk.
Everyone
I'm
somehow
just
carried
wondering,
Yes.
Yeah.
And see.
is
Well,
there
it's
like a zombie disease somewhere in tundra in the frost that one day will thaw out and kill us all, raise us
Probably.
the undead?
All right. First of all, you're cutting out a lot. But secondly, if a zombie apocalypse ever happens, I'm studying all the books of magic on my shelf because clearly something has changed.
Yeah.
And magic is now real.
I don't know. They came up with a zombie that was basically a colony of microorganisms controlling a body and preserving it.
Well, that's the story of The Last of Us, but it's based on a fungus that affects only ants.
Somewhat like that.
Yep. There's the ant fungus, and then there's some weird parasite that gets into snails. That makes them climb up to a high place and literally just luminesce bright colors to attract a bird. Apparently, their eggs can only hatch inside a bird's digestive system, so the parasite needs to be eaten by a bird in order to reproduce.
Is that weird worm that goes up into the eye stalks and makes the eyes look all gnarly?
That's
Yeah.
one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, God's creation is very fine.
Yeah, I hear that, creationist. Your God, if it was real, created worms that eat children's eyes. What kind of sick God would do that?
All things weak and small. All things very creepy. The Lord God. I'm sorry, I can't remember the actual get up lyrics to that.
I've heard a few versions of that.
Is it every sperm is sacred?
No.
Every sperm.
Every
It is not.
sperm is sacred.
It is not.
It is
No.
that's from Monty Python.
I know what that's from, but no, it's not from.
Oh,
It's not from The Meaning of Life.
God went on a bender, created diseases, and when he sobered up, he created the immune system. They went on another bender and created the. I just screwed up the joke.
Now, I have the hypothesis that God drifted around in the eternal void alone for so long that he had gone insane before he got the idea to make a universe.
Hmm.
Dead Snow? Is Dead Snow the title of a movie? I haven't heard of that one.
Dead Snow. Actually, does sound familiar.
Yeah.
And not to me.
Tubman says it's funny because the Nazi zombie is still giving orders to the other.
Horror comedy. Oh yeah, okay, that's the Nazi zombies. I haven't seen that one.
It wasn't the cough that carried him off. It was the coffin that carried him off in.
Okay, when the fuck did IMDb require or confirm you're a human?
Yeah, it's done that the last couple of times I've been there, but I don't use it much.
What do you mean?
You know, personally, I resent that because it's like I have to lie to them. I mean, I'm organic, but don't go assuming species. Well, I mean, I would have thought that the horns and the neck frill would have kind of given it away, you know?
I think the fact that you're a distant cousin of humans, I think that's good enough for government work.
Very distant cousin. What did we branch off like 230 million years ago?
Something like that.
You know, when did the branch of reptiles? Well, it's when the diapsid and the synapsid reptiles branched off. Way back. I still have Slothgirl proxy sitting on the shelf in my bedroom. I'm sure the family would think it was weird if I brought her with to the family reunion. But she has gone with me on every road trip, so.
So if the largest of the Great Lakes is Lake Superior, does that make Lake Erie Lake Inferior?
No, it just makes it creepy. This is eerie.
Yep. Like Nora.
Good one, Commander.
You know, the most sought after shipwreck is somewhere in Lake Erie.
How can it be the most sought after shipwreck in the smallest lake and they haven't found it?
Because look up the Marquette and Bessemer number 2. It's an interesting story. One, they don't know exactly where it sank. And two, there are a lot of ships that just disappear in Lake Erie because the bottom is like muddy.
Is that where my headset went?
What?
Is that where my headset went?
To the bottom of Lake Erie? Probably not.
It just disappeared without any explanation.
Oh, maybe you just need to find in all the places that have all the left socks. It's there.
Yeah.
Left socks and Tupperware lids?
Yeah.
Or maybe Bigfoot took it.
And I'm talking like this guy from this alien series. I don't want to say it's aliens, but it's aliens.
Oh, ancient George Tsoukalos. My favorite is like, did anyone else see Babylon 5?
Yeah.
Where instead of George Tsoukalos, they have like Londo Mollari going, it's like aliens.
Yeah, because he has the same hair.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I can see that.
I wonder if he does it because of that. I don't know.
Oh, I know. I've got a better picture.
Well, one of us has to. So how's everyone's week been? Mine has been a glorious day of not having to wake up at 5:30 in the morning.
That's good.
Repeatedly.
That's always good.
Almost as if I don't have to be in to work again until August.
So my computer stuff is almost straightened out to where I'll be able to to be on camera during these streams.
Oh, that's good.
I just have a lingering hardware issue. Right now, I'm only getting video through my through the video through the NVIDIA card, but the HDMI port on the motherboard doesn't seem to work, no matter what operating system I use.
Well, that's because once the card is in, you have to use the card. You have an HDMI port on the NVIDIA.
Oh, okay. So, okay. So would I need to disconnect the card in order to boot up?
No, but I would recommend if you. First of all, how many different ports are there on the graphics card you can use? Like, I have multiple display ways. Like, I have a display port and an HDMI port on mine.
Yeah, I've got one.
And a VGA port.
Yeah, I've got one HDMI and I think 4 display ports.
But why does
and
your
I wish I
camera?
had a VGA on there.
Why does your camera need an HDMI port? Usually, I mean, my webcam uses a USB port.
Did I say camera?
Yeah.
Okay. I meant video card.
Yeah, you said you couldn't use your camera because of something. Sorry, I'm just confused why your camera needs to plug into your video card.
Okay, right now I can't use Mint because although it worked with the card before, for some reason it doesn't now, and so I figured it would run fine, using the HDMI port on the motherboard. But if that's disabled by installing the graphics card,
There's something I'm missing.
Oh, this sounds like a truly fucked up situation with the computer.
It sounds like I'm missing something that's going to clear this up for me because I don't. Because
okay, Mint is not recognizing the video card.
I think
Nobara does. So I'm able to do Linux stuff in Nobara or with Windows. But in order to install or update drivers in Mint, I need to have Mint displayed to a monitor.
All right, so yes, if you wanted to use Mint, you would need to disconnect the card, get the driver specifically for NVIDIA, which is probably available on their website, because NVIDIA does make Linux drivers, and install it using that.
Okay.
You would also have to, I think that's one of the few instances where you actually have to reboot your computer.
Yeah.
Once you do that, because you'll need to reinstall the graphics card. At least for Linux, Windows users, don't get confused. You need to reboot your computer every time you update.
I'm just concerned that because it used to work, Mint worked through the video card. Am I going to run into an issue later on where I have to do it all over again?
I don't know. Why did it stop working? Was there an update?
Well, maybe you can sort this out offline after the show.
Probably not.
Because we're probably boring the audience with this. So
Yeah, there's. I mean, I think there's something I missed that's will probably clear the whole thing up. So
anyway, here is Slothgirl proxy. When we were going to pick up Diana for the art protest in 2019, it was late at night, so she took over the driving.
Nice.
It's so cute.
I'm gonna say, do I want to attend that protest?
She went on every road trip with me. Just Slothgirl really wasn't up to traveling much anyway, and wasn't that interested in like when I went to the art protest and that.
Do I want to go to that protest again this year?
I would like to, but I don't know if I can afford to, especially as I have this coming weekend. I have to go down to the southern end of Wisconsin, and then for 4th of July, I've got family reunion up in Michigan.
Oh, I mean, gas prices are like $3.30 something here for some reason, so that's not.
Yeah, then those gas prices have been kind of on the 3 range around here as well. So I recommend filling up your tank if you need to, or even if you don't need to, because I'm hearing that gas prices might hike up sometime this month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. So, the airport in Kuwait, the main terminal is no more. And it's only gotten worse today.
Well, all Trump has to do is like say he screwed up, which is never going to happen.
Well, regular dropped below $4 a gallon here, but fortunately I can run mine on the E15, so I filled up for about $3.70. Just at this point, I didn't think I was going to see anything below $4 a gallon anymore.
Isn't it amazing what kind of bullshit one person can unleash?
Yeah.
Well, that's what positions of power do.
And there's still dick suckers who want to praise this guy.
Oh,
Yep.
And to all the Trump supporters out there, we told you so.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not the only ones being hurt by this, because obviously, with the gas prices going up, everyone is hurt by this, and fuel prices affect everything else.
Well, he couldn't be limited to just fucking up the country. He had to fuck up the world, too.
Yeah. Well, I think he has shaken the world off of the US dollar being the standard.
Yeah, that's definitely coming along.
Yeah, I think most things are going to be going to the euro now.
You have everybody using the whole taco thing. I don't know, I think tofu is better. Trump always fucks up.
Yeah.
That would be Trump only fucks up.
Yeah, but I don't know who in Trump's administration possibly thought they could start another war in the Middle East and that it wasn't going to raise gas prices. And I get the thing that he thought it was going to be over in a couple of weeks, but still.
That's because he's an idiot.
Yeah. But
Tell me something new.
Yeah. It indicates that all of his advisors are either idiots or will never say no to him.
Tell me something new. I don't know what I can tell you. I mean, his dementia seems to be progressing, but not fast enough for my taste.
Yeah, I keep hearing this. He's going to die soon. He's going to die soon. Well, he needs to get it over with.
Yep.
I saw this picture on Twitter. Please don't wake up. Well, with it's Trump on it. That would be something. Just please don't wake up.
For a while I hadn't seen Stephen Miller, so I became concerned someone might have driven a stake through his heart.
Yeah.
He has a what?
Yeah, he keeps it in a jar in his attic.
I mean, I've also never seen Stephen Miller in direct sunlight. I've also noticed that every time Caroline Levitt and Stephen Miller are in the same room, she isn't wearing one of those huge crosses.
Okay, that's an interesting observation.
Certainly, I'm not at all implying Stephen Miller is a vampire.
I still never gotten an answer to, vampires always need to be invited in. But if you've got a doormat that says welcome, does that count?
Oops. There you are.
I mean, people didn't start
That
calling him
is
Nazi
Stephen Miller.
Yeah.
eating a baby.
Nazi Ferratu.
Yep, Nazi Ferratu.
People didn't start calling him Nazi Ferratu for no reason.
Look at the eye. Tap the jaw, Rob. Nazi Ferratu. How does someone get so fucked up to basically have their families fleeing from Nazis, and then just a generation later, it's wanting to do the whole thing over again?
I don't know. It's got to be similar to the abuse pattern that, people who are abused are more likely to abuse their partners.
I mean, just because you were the victim of genocide doesn't mean you can't be evil yourself. Or rather, his family was, he wasn't. But I'm sure you've all heard the stories of the guy where he threw a fit in his high school or college because he wanted to throw his trash on the floor and people asked him to pick it up and he was like, "Oh no, they pay people to pick it up for us."
Mm-hmm.
Oh jeez.
No, I hadn't heard that one, but yeah, completely believable.
In the community college, they made you pick up your, if I had my straw, the straw wrapper, I had to pick that up before I left the class. So when a year later they started, about 2021, when they were saying, oh, they have cat boxes in the bathrooms for fairies, I was like, oh shit, there's no way in any college setting the janitorial staff is going to put up with that.
Well, that was the one grain of truth was that it was because they had buckets of sand for school shooting related reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was fucked up, but they weren't really doing anything about the school shooting.
Oh, they're still not.
Oh, you sell little bulletproof backpacks and safe rooms for the classrooms, and think of all that revenue for rich people they can get by not stopping school shootings.
Yeah, and all the security firms when they have to hire guards to monitor the doors at the schools.
Yeah, and all those metal detectors have to put in, and
well, in my county, that's paid for out of taxpayer money because it's handled by the Vigo County Sheriff's Department.
well,
Yeah.
still somebody's getting that money.
Yeah. My understanding.
Paid by everybody who lives in the county then.
Yeah. Regarding the furries and cat litter thing, I think that was traced down to a joke a comedian made. That was the origin of that name. And Fox News. Yeah,
This sounds familiar.
took that seriously.
And actually, it started on Joe Rogan.
Ah, okay.
And there are people who call Joe Rogan a comedian. But I guess that depends on whether or not you think people have to be funny to earn that title.
I think he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he is. He's a follower. He'll just nod along with anyone in the room.
Yeah.
GPS is going off.
No, that is a 70 centimeter repeater. I will turn it off. It has to identify itself any hour.
Ah.
I thought myself, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it would be pretty annoying if it had to identify itself every time you move 70 centimeters.
I could see somebody designing something like that.
What?
I could see somebody designing that to track their kids.
This is just a 433 megahertz repeater from an amateur radio, and that has to identify itself by law every hour because it's in fact a robot system.
Who would know if it missed an hour that didn't check in?
No, I don't know, but it's required.
It would.
So, regarding Joe Rogan, one good thing to say about him was that he's had Neil deGrasse Tyson on enough times that Tyson has managed to talk sense into Joe Rogan with respect to evolution.
Sense
So-
usually only lasts as long as the guest is there.
Well, I think it kind of stuck in the sense that when he had Tucker Carlson on, he actually gave Tucker Carlson some pushback on his creationism crap.
Well, Joe Rogan needs to get over the idea that he's alternative media at this point, because he no longer is. And what
Yeah.
mainstream media is has shifted, because he has 3 million regular listeners, which is pretty impressive. It's damn impressive for a podcaster. But the problem is people think he's a valid source of information, and he's not.
Yeah, what can I say?
Well, is anyone who's talking politics a valid source of information?
No, not really.
Joe Rogan isn't always politics, though, so...
Yeah, his interview with the Undertaker wasn't that bad. It's about the only time I actually watched him. But
I mean, you could also have fact checkers, which I think Spotify should have forced upon them. With the contract, it's like, all right, we'll give you the contract, but you're going to have fact checkers.
even when he has somebody actually fact check him, he has trouble believing it.
Well, it needs to be recorded beforehand and then fact checked. So, because I believe the Joe Rogan episodes go out live.
Yeah. Well, that would be the problem, is fact checking them when they go out live.
And he wasn't even one of the best characters on news radio. I mean, when you have the guy from Kids of the Hall and Phil Hartman, it's like the janitor conspiracy theorist is not high on the list.
Oh yeah, I can just see him doing the pre-recorded thing, getting fact-checked by Fox News or Newsmax.
Fox News and fact-checking.
Yeah, fact-checking.
is-
We'll put that in quotes.
What's that? An oxymoron? Come on, the ultimate. Yeah, I know. I
wonder
can't
how
find
many
a
of
word.
the on-screen personalities at Fox would break out in hives if they got too close to a fact.
Mm.
You know, like Jesse Waters, Ray Gutfeld.
That's
Break.
So has anybody been watching the Delaney Hall protests?
I've been hearing bits about them, but yeah, I haven't. I haven't really been watching much of anything news-wise or online any at all because I've been too busy trying to reorganize my apartment.
I've been watching them a little bit on the weekends. Watched one for about 3 hours while the cops tear gassed the protesters. Apparently, I think it's the mayor who set up some kind of curfew to protect the protesters, protect ICE. And they've basically been attacking the protesters. And apparently, the protesters got a little bit fed up beforehand on this, and did smash the windows of some ICE vehicles and toilet papered the vehicles. But aside from that, I haven't really seen too much in the way of any violence. After being tear gassed for a couple hours, they did end up setting up a tire fire in the middle of the street. Though I didn't see any fire trucks come out for at least 10 minutes or longer.
Yeah.
Then the next day I watched it again, and they kettled the protesters in to do a mass arrest, and they nearly arrested the press as well, just for being there.
Oh yeah.
So, Warehouse Fire Tracker says there have been 165 warehouse fires since they started this website earlier this year.
That's a lot. That's billions of dollars.
Well, no, a lot of those have been the warehouses that ICE has been buying up to use as detention centers.
And more than a few of them aren't like people setting fires. They're just like
Yeah.
an electrical problem or...
Yeah, electrical or hazardous chemicals being stored there.
Okay, I'm not saying this is a threat, but when the law fails, the mob will take over.
Mm-hmm. Well, if they push them too far, it'll be just like the French Revolution.
I think
getting there.
We're getting there. I mean, have you seen the fact that Facebook pages like Guillotines for a Better Society exist?
Oh shit.
I just wanted to say that. Yeah, you see guillotines everywhere.
Make guillotines great again slogan.
The only thing that keeps the government stable is if the majority of people think they have more to protect than they have to lose.
Well, we still a lot of people still think we can solve this by voting. And so if that falls through, yeah, we're gonna see the French Revolution kind of thing.
Well, that's kind of the problem is with the midterm elections. Is that, if we don't get a better government, a lot of people feel that the system is completely fallen through and possibly revolt. Mm-hmm. And if the Republicans win, or if the Republicans are pushed out, then a lot of the MAGA people may riot.
Yeah, and another thing about that is even if the Republicans are pushed out, and the Democrats get in, and the Democrats do their usual sit there with their thumb up their ass bullshit, that's still going to result in bad. That's going to give us a bad result.
Well, yeah, and so far, the Democrats are still thinking that they're going to win just as being not Trump. And they've got to get on the ball that for the kind of turnout they're going to need in order to win. They have to get on the ball and realize that they have to actually offer a platform. They have to tell, middle-class people something that's going to improve their living status.
Well, to an extent.
Carry through on that before the presidential election to lose that.
Well, to an extent, they are correct that they can just run on being not Trump and win. But they'd win a lot better if they actually had a platform to stand on.
I don't know if they can win on just being not Trump.
They could, but...
No, because they're going to need a really high turnout to win. And if they just run on being not Trump, there's still going to be a lot of people who are going to decide that it doesn't really matter and just not vote.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that there wouldn't be a chance of losing if he just run on not Trump, but there is a possibility they could win on just that alone.
Yeah.
but that's not going to be enough for long-term deals.
Well, if they want to get the presidency in 2028, they're going to have to present a platform, and they're going to have to do something that actually makes lives of the average middle-class people better.
Oh, and let's see. We also have here what happened in Alabama. They voided the primary
No.
votes. Yeah, they voided the primary votes in the middle of the election and restarted the election with gerrymander to the Republicans.
Yeah.
And it's like what, the second time they've done something like this?
Yeah, I think it's actually more, because
It might be more.
whenever they would gerrymander and the courts would rule in favor of the Democrats, the Supreme Court would say, well, we can't obstruct this. We can't obstruct the change the maps in the middle of the election, and then they change the maps in the middle of a fucking primary, and it seems to be okay.
Yeah, or when
The Supreme Court.
yeah, or when the voters actually vote for it and say, yeah, we want this gerrymandering done, and to counter what the Republicans are doing, and the Supreme Court will still overthrow it.
I don't think it's going to work as well as it might have in the past, because people are pissed at the Republicans right now. And I don't mean like just mildly annoyed that they're not doing what they want. They're pissed.
Yeah. Even the gerrymandering is backfiring on them. Also, the voter suppression is backfiring on them, because it was a lot of Southern blacks that supported Trump. And the fact that they are working so hard doing things that are going to take votes away from majority black districts is pissing them off.
Yeah, red states. Ooh, we get to suppress the black vote. Woohoo! Let's get on that.
So what is that? Ghosts for Ghostbusters, or something similar, like roaches for exterminators, or
Yep.
is something that's just self-destructive? And I didn't mean to call people roaches. I meant literally it's like supporting the person who's going to end you.
Athena,
It's all right. It didn't bug me.
I don't think this dress will fit me,
Pepper is eating people's faces party.
but I'm glad you found a new toy.
Yes.
I
It
was
actually
also hoping it didn't have a zipper. Athena,
got so bad for a while that the Dark Brandon crew had to take a break. They couldn't take doing the satire of the news for so long.
Athena,
What's Athena doing?
She seems to
Playing.
be attacking one of Porpoise's dresses.
Ah,
Athena, can I? Apparently, I can't fold it up and put it away.
of course not. That is mine. That is hers now.
There you go. Chickens for the Colonel party.
Yeah, there you go. That works. Yeah, it's what's mine is mine. What's yours is mine. And if you put it down, it's mine. If I see it, it's mine. If you give it to me, I don't want it.
Is this the Foxhound property laws?
Actually, it was for birds.
Oh, I thought it was the cat laws.
Athena, you're a good kitty. Yeah, I've probably multiple versions of it, but Athena, I will see if that dress fits later. But I was kind of annoyed because it was supposed to be fulfilled by Amazon. Amazon needs to do a better job of making sure of letting people know when it's not coming from within this country.
Well, yeah, sizes are random for women's clothes.
Yeah, I was looking at getting some shoes off of Amazon. I gotta say, some of the and also some pants, and some of the size charts are wonky.
Yeah, I would not buy clothes mail order. I would not buy clothes that I don't have a chance to, actually look at in the store and check them
Well,
against Christmas.
actually, I'm actually wearing the shirt I got off of Amazon right now. It's
I mean,
actually pretty comfortable.
men's sizes are actually standardized.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Mage hasn't bought a lot of women's clothing.
No, I haven't bought. I'll admit that I haven't bought too much women's clothes.
Well, yeah, for men's,
Like
you can
any.
go with small, medium, and large, and you're generally okay.
Yeah. So shoe size was a little bit different. Those
well-
can be all over the place for both men and women.
Well, in women's sizes, like I have women's jeans that are everywhere from a 6 to a 14 that all fit me.
Yeah, that makes sense from what I was looking into with shoes. I got these shoes that are actually designed for they're actually meant as walking shoes for the elderly, where you can actually so they can actually completely open up with Velcro to easily get your foot in and out.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually very comfortable, though they kind of almost look like slippers more than shoes.
Yeah, sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, I'm aware of them for when I need to do workouts. The only problem is that they have a low heel, and that kind of feels weird on me since I'm used to wearing high tops and boots.
I have wondered if the thing of women wearing high heels kind of goes along with there being so much crossover between autistic and transgender. Because autistic people have the thing about toe walking.
I have no idea, but I do know I've been banned from ever wearing high heels again.
Oh, who did you step on?
Hey, guys force you to walk up straight.
I think it has more to do with someone noticing I had hypermobile ankles and could not really stand very well
Oh, yeah.
on a single ankle that way. And it's like, all right, no skating, no high heels, no. Skating, it's like these are things I haven't done for a long time anyway, but
Yeah, well, I can see if you've got something funky with your ankle joint, that would make a huge difference.
Yeah, I have an issue with my left
when-
ankle.
When you rollerblade and then you try to go back to roller skates, you find out your ankles get so weak and you literally almost have to learn how to roller skate all over again. It's a little bit faster because your brain remembers, but you need to strengthen your ankles.
yeah, roller skates were no too.
I've actually never tried rollerblades, only the four-wheel skates.
I tried them. I found them a little bit easier, but that might be because, like I said, the commander was saying, they do support your ankle more.
That's it.
But I do
And I
remember
learned how to roller skate, and then I bought roller blades, and then I tried going back to roller skates, and it was hard.
I do remember when I was younger and used to go to like the school skating events. It's like I would be good friends with the referee by the end of the night because I would always get picked up off the floor. And
Yeah, I don't have the balance. I don't have the coordination for it.
When I first learned how to roller skate, my elbows were black and blue. Literally, they were a whole different color.
I have some fond memories of roller skating. The roller rink was where I met one of my first girlfriends as a teenager. Everything was going fine until her mother found out I wasn't Jewish.
Yeah, I gotta go get some more water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I was searching for my headphones. I didn't even have time to get iced tea.
headphones, roly headphones.
I am still totally baffled by how they could have gotten anywhere else.
So we have a cookie jar that is roughly 5 inches in diameter and roughly 7 inches tall, and it disappeared and we can't find it.
It's the disappearing cookie jar.
Well, you did say you have a new cat, Purple, so I'm sure it's wherever the new cat wants it to be.
Well, but the new cat has been stuck in the bedroom the whole time to keep the cats separated.
Then maybe it's wherever the old cat wants it to be.
Yep. Yeah, Ethan's sleeping up in the windowsill, claiming he had nothing to do with it.
Is this like how I found Athena like at the bottom of a roll of toilet paper she had taken down, and she was saying she was trying to tell me she was rained?
Yep. I'm wondering what the story is now with Sage, the new cat, because I was taking her in because I was told that she was like really feisty and she was biting people. So I was thinking if they turned her over to the shelter that she probably couldn't get adopted. And it's just with Molly's son and I here last night. No, she was totally calm. You know, when I brought her water dish in there, she hissed at me for a second. I think I startled her coming up behind her. But then she sniffed my hand and she was fine with me the rest of the night. It just would come up to me at the door every time I went in there and petting her.
Athena will occasionally bite me, but it's playful. It's not like...
Yeah. Well, I took her in expecting her to be bitey. I dealt with that, Petunia bit me until the day she died, but like especially the first 4 years, if I didn't get bit 5 or 6 times a day, it was a good day.
But it's playful. She's not trying to hurt you.
Yeah, well, and that's what was with Petunia, later on. It's like she wasn't trying to hurt me, but I just kind of figured that was the only way she knew to communicate with people. Because it was obvious she had come from an abusive house. It was obvious she had been kicked around, literally.
I was going to say, Athena's just playful. It's not.
Yep. Well, and that's the thing that, Petunia would bite, but, she would stop and, before it would leave marks.
And then occasionally she'll like stop and just start licking my hand. So.
Yeah. But I mean, Petunia was so messed up that it took about 4 years for her to get used to the idea that if somebody was reaching for her, she wasn't going to get swatted. That, petting was actually a good thing.
Poor kitty.
Yeah. So that's what I was prepared for with Sage was that, okay, yeah, if she's going to be feisty for a couple of years, maybe she'll settle down with me here. But
I mean,
last night, everything was fine.
Maybe they're just misinterpreting the common cat behavior.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know anything about the home she came from. I didn't actually meet the people. It's a friend of a friend.
Or maybe she just doesn't like one of the people.
Yeah, well, they also sent over a prescription for gabapentin, so I'm wondering how long the cat's been sedated. So I will have to talk to the vet about why she has this prescription.
And say, why would a cat have gabapentin? That's for nerve pain.
Yeah, but they also use it as a sedative for cats or cats with high anxieties. So maybe there was just something about where she was living that, she was always in a state of high anxiety. So, like I said, we will see. They did give me all of her vet records, so I have to get the vet records transferred to my name and have to talk to the vet about why she's on the prescription. But yeah, they were telling me to, just empty one of the gabapentin capsules into her food every night. And it's like, yeah, this is the same gabapentin I'm taking, 100 milligram. Just I take it 3 times a day.
That's a lot for a cat.
I thought so too. And that's what I mean. I'm wondering, has she been on the stuff that she's been sedated for years? So I got to find out from the vet what that's all about. Conveniently enough, it's the same vet that I was taking Ethan and Sammy's son to. So.
Let's see here. Reasons to give them anxiety relief, pain management, or seizure control. Any other reasons?
Yeah, Fiona, one of the cats I brought with me from New York to Michigan, had occasional seizures. Those were always very scary.
That is a pretty high. You said 100 milligrams?
Yeah, that's what the
That's,
box says.
most cats will not need a dose higher than 50 milligrams when using for use for pain. It's important to consult you. Yeah, this does kind of raise questions. What the cat's on it for if it's over 50.
Yeah, well, like I say, it's the same dosage as the capsules I take. So when you consider the ratio of body weight, that's an awfully high dose.
Here we are. The doses for anxiety, 50 to 200 milligrams.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was figuring, that it's something about anxiety.
Available for Gabapentin comes in capsules for the 100 milligram size is typically prescribed for cats because a dose of less than 3 milligrams is common for cats. Capsules are often opened portions. No, doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah, well, it's really easy to pull the capsules apart and just dump the powder out and mix it in the food.
Common.
Petunia would not take it. Petunia, no matter what we mixed it with, she could taste it and she won't touch the stuff.
Let's see, common side effects: lethargia, sedation, difficulties with walking and balance. So some things to look out for.
I did notice even when she was in the carrier, one of her front paws was bent all the way back until like the pads were touching her wrist, and it's like I didn't think it was normal for it to bend that far.
Some cats may experience drooling, vomiting, or diarrhea with gabapentin. This is uncommon, but you may see it more with higher doses. Something to look out for there too.
Yep.
That'll be fun. And if she has the diarrhea with the cleaning up the litter.
I've occasionally had that problem with other cats. As long as she gets it in the box, I'm not worried about.
Yeah, not like when my dad's cat's shithead. The cat would go into the litter box, stick its ass outside the litter box, and take a shit.
Yeah, I've seen cats do that too.
So I named the cat Shithead.
Well,
that generally means that the litter box is too small.
Or sometimes cats will do things like that out of spite.
Yeah. One of my late fiance's cats spent 2 years trying to drive me out of the house, and she would booby trap things. Like when I left my jeans on the floor, she crapped inside my jeans and then refolded my jeans over it. So that I didn't see it until I didn't see it at all, and I didn't know it was there until I stuck my foot in.
Lovely.
Yeah. She was just convinced that she had to get rid of me.
Yeah, my cat wanted my friend to stay. She came over with this plastic bag and put it on the floor, and the cat decided that's going to be where I sit, figuring if she doesn't have the plastic bag, she can't leave.
Yeah, cat logic is interesting. Like Athena thinks like by attacking my feet, I won't leave for work in the morning. I've tried to explain to her it's like work is necessary to get you cat food, but the problem is she doesn't speak English.
Well, I think they understand we have to go out to gather food, but I don't think they understand why we would have to go and do that every day.
Well, I mean, her food is provided to her daily.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's like they see a big bag of food. So it's like, if there's a big bag of food here, why do we have to keep going out?
Yeah, really.
And I am currently overstocked because in the course of moving things around, I could not find the bag of Ethan's kibble, so I had to go out and buy a new one. And of course, the gremlins. As soon as I had opened the new one, I found the other one.
So yes, go buy yourself a nice new headset.
Yeah, I was trying not to purchase things because I'm trying to, pay off a bill.
Understandable.
You know,
Speaking of which,
between Sammy's son and Petunia, I got hit with several $1,000s in vet bills.
do you know there's a Patreon for this?
I had heard of that, yes.
You should like, comment, and subscribe too.
And apparently about 6 or 7 other people had heard of this. There is the scroll of all my Patreon supporters, which I'm still amazed at.
Hey, I'm
All
surprised.
great people.
I'm surprised I've made $14 on well, I've earned $14 on Clapper since last year.
Well, I'm not going for the quantity. I just need to get like 2 or 3 people to subscribe at my highest level, and I'll be fine. On Patreon, I did set up a top level at $1,000 a month.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, but I didn't expect anybody to even subscribe at the $1 a month, so I only went on Patreon to make sure that nobody else took my handle there.
I was going to say one of these days I'll have to reactivate my Patreon coffee accounts. But right now,
Never say never to $1,000 a month. You never know how far the value of the dollar will fall.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true. $1,000 a month might be what we'll be paying for a loaf of bread by next year.
Let's see here. Currently, those headsets are running at $32.99 on Amazon.
Yeah, so up a bit, but not too bad.
Yeah.
It's just, it has to be here. There's only one place I ever put it, and there's no reason it would have been moved from that spot.
I'm sure. Here's the thing with cats. Can you really say there's no reason it would have been moved from that spot if the cat can move it?
Seriously, I don't think the cat could have got it unhooked from there. And again, it's like I've been hanging them in the same place for 6 years. Cat never bothered them before.
Maybe you just put them someplace you don't remember. And maybe the cat knocked them onto the floor.
It has to have something to do with that. Over the weekend, I had flipped my chair upside down because I had to repair it. So that's the only thing I can think of is that I moved them then, although even then it doesn't seem they would have been in the way. But yeah, I honestly, I have no clue where to look because I can't think of any other place that would.
Oh, geez, why am I getting to... All right. Because this is the typical time I take a nap, so my body is saying, it's like, oh yeah, take a nap. I'm guessing Athena has managed to go back to my bedroom. I think it's so great that I bought like a new bed frame, put my bed on it, because it has really provided a nice bed for my cat.
Yep.
Are you sleeping in the box?
No, I mean, she'll let me sleep on the bed, but it's like every time I go there, she's like, it's just in an area where like during the day, there's a lot of sun that comes in there, so she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay here."
Well, that's why she's bugging you now. She knows it's nap time. So, I'm of course, about how Ethan and Sage are going to react to each other. They've been sniffing along the bottom of the door, so they're aware that each other is here.
And it'll take. I mean, once the cat gets used to the scent of the other cat. I know it's kind of weird because there's a cat that's coming around my house, and it's like they started fighting with each other, but now they're friends.
No, that's normal.
They haven't gotten any quieter when they're in their sessions, but now they're friends.
Yeah, but that's normal. That they have to start out testing each other, to determine if they're at the same level, and then they can get more friendly.
What does that even mean, the missing level?
Well, first of all, they test for dominance. If one is going to be clearly dominant over the other. And if they decide that it's pretty much an even match, then they'll work from there. Because neither of them really wants to take the chance of getting seriously injured. Yeah,
and I was going to say, in this case, they've only ever met through the window, so.
Yep. Well, it's like my cat and my ex's cat, when they were in the house, you would think they hated each other. But when they went outside, they hunted cooperatively. That one of them would hide in the hedge, and the other one would take a wide circle around behind the neighbor's bushes, and then rush into the bushes to scare the birds out of the bush so that the birds would come flying right at the other cat. And they would take turns.
That sounds so similar.
Yeah.
To the way Mom talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could have another cat here. There's an orange cat that's been hanging around one of the local bars I go to.
Oh.
It doesn't have a collar. It's like apparently it doesn't. Sorry, go ahead.
Finish what you're gonna say. I'm sorry.
Apparently, it doesn't belong to anyone, and it's very friendly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I want to take it home, but I can't.
Are you limited to just one cat in your apartment?
Limited to just one pet.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, my apartment has a limit of 2. Otherwise, I probably would have more.
When my mom that talked about her cats, Corky and Tiger, and they behaved exactly like that outside. Only thing is they were good friends at home. And then there was a good-sized German Shepherd that would actually, whenever his brothers got in trouble, he would basically grab them by the scruff of the neck and take them home.
That kind of makes me think of that cartoon, Pixie and Brutus.
Let me look that up.
Oh, yeah, if you've never seen it, it's a cute
Oh, yeah.
strip.
You'll like it.
It's just this tiny little kitten who never gets the concept that she can get hurt. So this German Shepherd is always pulling her out of trouble.
Oh, yeah, that looks so sweet.
Yeah, I love some of the stuff that artist has done.
Is it like an animated thing, or is it just like a comic strip?
It's a comic strip.
Just a webcomic. Yeah. But I mean, the artist, does some good storytelling for, being such brief episodes. So you really do see the characters develop over several years.
Which webcomic is it?
Pixie and Brutus.
Uh,
I think the name got changed at some point later on. You know, when it shows Pixie as a full-grown cat, I think they changed the name to it. But I can't remember.
It
what.
looked so sweet.
Pet Foolery, I think, is what they changed it to. Because they also expanded.
Yes.
They expanded the cast to several other animals. Yep, there they are. And
Because that's what I clicked on. It says Pet Foolery, Pixie, and Brutus.
yeah. Yeah, and apparently Brutus's backstory is that he actually was a military dog, so he has PTSD.
Yeah.
the adorable little kitten, though. Heather O'Rourke. Poltergeist. My mother liked that movie. Of course, her birthday would have been on June 1st.
Who's that?
My mother.
Oh. Actually, my mother's birthday is tomorrow.
And my mom was June 22nd.
But I lit a candle just to honor her memory, and which reminds me I need to get some money to my sister to pay for the headstone. But apparently, after all these years, my brother just went ahead and finally got a headstone.
Oh, what had held it up so long?
Honestly, I'm surprised he let it go for so long, because he was the one that was closest to her, whereas niece and I are. Why do I do that? My sister and I. I was going to say, it's not like she was
Oh,
terrible.
I
But
miss my mom.
You just kind of drifted away.
Her parenting style was very hands off.
Yeah.
And we weren't sneaky minded like she was. So my brother was closer to her and she was more like her.
Yeah, I think my siblings don't realize that I had a different experience growing up than any of them had. Because being the youngest, I was the only one who ever had the experience of being alone for a couple of years while they were all at school. Because all of them always had, another sibling coming up right behind them.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of being the one to find my mom after she died.
Yeah. That must have been
I
hard.
am going to be crying tonight.
Well, I mean, my mother died in 2004. It's just her birthday would have been June 1st, so.
Well, mine died in 2005, but still.
My mom was in her early 70s when she decided to lose like 100 pounds so that she could be around longer.
Was that what led to her death, or?
My mom is almost coming back.
My mom will be 95 tomorrow, which is a good part of why I keep saying I think I've got better than average odds of beating at 100.
My mom would be 104.
Yeah.
May the odds be ever in her favor.
Well, my mom will be 95. She's still living in her own house, just with some help from my sister.
Guess which movie I showed at the end of the year to my classes? Or at least one of them.
What?
I don't know.
Hunger Games.
I don't think I'd want the odds always in my favor. I mean, the odds of getting struck by lightning, I don't want that in my favor.
Well, the odds of not
You
getting
have
struck.
a better chance of being struck by lightning than winning the lottery.
Yeah, that's true.
At one point in time, you had a better chance of winning the lottery than getting struck by lightning. But the state of Florida changed that by adopting Powerball.
Mm.
The lottery is a tax on people who are bad at math.
Or bad. Well, here's the thing: there are actually some lottery games where if you play them enough, you can make a profit, but you have to know how expected outcomes work, and you have to calculate it. And that's just a pain. Most people aren't going to do that.
Yeah, you have to track the games.
Well, no, it's just like if there's an expected outcome where you can make a profit, you just figure out it's like, okay, if I buy this many tickets, I'll make a profit.
Yeah.
Usually it's made so you can't make a profit doing things that way. But sometimes they're careless.
Yeah, well, of course, it's always, stacked in favor of the house.
And even that doesn't work. I actually tried it, and sometimes it was off and on. Like, I used to buy lottery tickets, about $200 a week's worth of scratch-offs to make extra money, but sometimes the odds are less
Well, I have
than what they said.
probability is clumpy, first off, and secondly, it's just you would have to expected outcomes doesn't work like that. You'd have to figure out how many tickets you would have to buy where they expect you to make a profit. And you would still sometimes get lost just because, like I said, probability is clumpy.
Yeah. I did the scratch off some before. I got $100 winner at one point, and I figured that probably put me slightly ahead of where I started, so I never bought another ticket again.
So there was one day where I got $500 and my mom got $500 on scratch-off.
Yeah.
Same day.
Nice.
I paid for Slothgirl's move to Michigan by winning at a casino on the way. Walked out of the casino with $230 more than I walked in with.
I wonder where I'm going to have to move when Indiana says I can no longer do my job. Speaking of which, our governor, who is surprisingly even less popular than Donald Trump, signed a proclamation declaring June to be Nuclear Family Month.
Okay, I saw some podcaster talking about Nuclear Family Month, and I was wondering what that was about.
And I am sure no one has trolled him with Simpsons pictures, gifs of the Simpsons.
You mean with the Simpsons glowing? You're
No, the
glowing that bright, healthy green? Because they're nuclear families?
Well, that's not why the Simpsons are a nuclear family, but the fact that Homer also works at a power plant is kind of like a...
Radioactive.
I know what they mean by the nuclear family, where the dad is the nucleus and everyone orbits around dad. And it's not a partnership. It's where everyone worships dad, and dad's a weak motherfucker. And
It's a nuclear family.
yeah.
The dad is not radioactive?
Well, the father is the provider and really has nothing to do with raising the children. The mother is responsible for taking care of the children in the house.
Yeah.
And why does the
And you know,
why does
finish
the
what you're going to say. I'm sorry.
why does the youngest son have a demonic smile?
They're androids.
Because
Oh,
they're all nuclear and it's inspired by Fallout. So there has to be something dark about it.
Nope, this is before Fallout. The nuclear family are a group of
Oh, it is?
nuclear-powered androids and enemies to the outsiders. And they were first created in 1986.
okay. Well, I thought the mom looked very robotic, but the picture I wasn't seeing it as much from the others.
Yeah, but in Fallout 3, there is a family of androids that you run across in one of the villages.
Yeah, this is from DC Comics.
Because it just looked, I mean, you run into this town and Oh, everything run down. So you go inside, and it looks like it. It looks like the typical 1950s like sitcom village. That's not even one of the weirdest things in Fallout 3.
I don't want to set the world
I
on
guess
fire.
stupid.
I just want to start a flame in your head.
I don't know the words of that song, but I can't sing it.
Or in the words of Tom Lear, we will all go together when we go.
That has not been in a Fallout game. And it's public domain, so you
We
think
will
they would
all
put it
go
in.
together when we go.
Yeah.
We will all go together when we go. Every Hottentot and every Eskimo. When the air becomes Uranus, we will all go simultaneous.
Yes, we will all go together.
And then
We will all go together. We will all go
Go
together.
together when we go.
let's see. Yeah, they should have put it in there. It's perfect.
I don't know why, because they have Sheldon Allens crawl out through the Fallout in Fallout 4.
Boy, yeah.
I'm sure there's some mod where you can actually. I mean, it's just MP3s in some directory, so I'm sure you can add it to like to the radio list and it'll play. But
Yeah, it is public domain, so it is surprising they haven't included it.
Or as close to public domain as you could get it.
I think Tom Lehrer specifically made his songs public domain.
He gave permission to build for anyone to be able to use them. Technically, it's not public domain, but everyone has permission to use them.
Okay, I didn't know there was any technical difference between that and public domain.
Yeah, there's some. It's just some technicalities, really. I mean, essentially, it's public domain.
Yeah.
Well, is it like a Creative Commons license or?
Well, it's just permission from the artist.
I think what he's doing is he wants to maintain control over it so that someone can't go and say, now through the YouTube copyright system, I own this shit.
No, that's what he wanted. He wanted everybody to be able to use his songs, but due to the copyright laws, way they are, or he can't necessarily put them into make them copyright free. So what he did was he gave permission for anyone to use his songs.
I also don't think Tom Lehrer is trying to do anything actively anymore. He died last year.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that was his big thing, that he wanted to make sure his music went on longer than he did. He figured he only had a couple of years left, and he wanted to make sure people could still use his music.
So so as close to being copyright free as you could get it, basically.
Well, I mean, unless it was through a record company as the copyright holder, you can just say there's no copyright on this anymore. You can release your rights to it. Like if I were to create something, but I just said, hey, anyone who wants can use this can say, okay, there's no copyright on this.
There was technically a record company that had been, releasing them. But I think that, like I said, I think that was a record company kind of in legal status only, that it was actually just something that was owned by him and a couple of his buddies from college.
I also believe he said he gave up doing satire. He said the reason he stopped doing music was because satire was no longer possible after Henry Kissinger won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Oh, Henry Kissinger.
How the fuck did that happen?
How the fuck did that happen? Yeah.
I think now, like over 50 years later, almost 60, there are things where I can be, how the F did that happen? That are much more significant. disturbing than Henry Kissinger winning the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. Yeah, there is so much with our current administration that it just highlights the flaw in the Constitution was that the founding fathers assumed nobody could arise to the level of a higher office unless they were a gentleman.
And not an idiot.
Yep.
I mean, despite Trump's claims that he's a very stable genius, and his fourth dementia test, passing his fourth dementia test, means he has a high IQ.
No, he's like a stable genius.
Is that like a stable genius, like someone who cleans out the barn?
That's where I was going to, but I couldn't quite put it together right.
He's the smart. Sorry, go ahead.
It would explain where he gets all the levels of bullshit from.
Mm.
It wasn't worth it, Porpoise. You should have gone.
There was a what?
Mine wasn't worth it. You should have gone.
Yeah, I didn't have anything good either. I mean, we all do know that the only person who's ever called Donald Trump a very stable genius is Donald Trump.
Yep.
But I also don't like. I'd also caution. It's dangerous to think he's entirely stupid because he does have a gift for manipulating, or at least he did until very recently, the least educated people.
Yeah. He was clearly good at marketing. He made a lot of money by putting his name on things.
No, here the judge orders to remove his name from the Kennedy Center.
Oh, yes.
I mean, no one wanted that name change anyway.
Yeah. Well, the judge said that Congress had named it, in honor of our late president, so only Congress could change the name.
I'm sure Trump will get something named after him after he dies.
He's still trying to build that arch in Arlington Cemetery, and it's like, no, and unless you can at least get some veterans groups saying that they want that, no, we're not going there.
Well, he did put his name on an airport in Florida.
The Donald Trump Memorial Wastewater Plant.
No, John forgot that.
The Donald Trump Memorial Cesspool.
John Oliver got a sewage plant named after him just by harassing the town long enough. But to be fair, it wound up that he made a deal with the mayor of the town that if they named the new sewer plant after him, that he would donate $250,000 to local charities there.
And from now on, all toilets in the land will be named John's. If anybody doesn't know, that's from Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Ned is trying to say something.
I have found something. It is I'm a very stable genius. He's the model of he is the model of a very stable genius. Of all the presidents, he is the Mussoliniest. He learned a lot of things according to his Wikipedia and demonstrates his ample intellect and intellect on social media. When people are in need, he is best at making fun of them. He knows 11 words, although he can't even spell one of them. An overly flamboyant orange autocratic scuzzy man who is undermining everything Obama did because he can. Chorus, he's a very
everything Obama did because he can.
Yeah.
He's a very yeah, that is a song of a very stable genius.
Yeah, it was a song from an old Danny Kaye movie.
Yeah, it is I'm the very model of a modern major general.
Yep.
And I don't know if that was a Danny Kaye movie, but it's the Pirates of Penzance.
Oh.
It's actually quite a difficult song to learn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's hard to, sing it at the right tempo.
Oh, Danny Kaye could do that.
Yep.
Fortunately, the only right temple to sing it out is ready to be rebuilt somewhere in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I misheard you say tempo, but I did hear temple.
Yeah. I could have stumbled on pronouncing it. I seem to be having trouble with my words today.
But you're also not using the best microphone, and that can make a difference.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say this headset is the highest quality, but it's good enough.
Yeah, I have an old Logitech 920 webcam, and that's the microphone I'm using now. Because that's the only one I could get to work with my computer.
Yeah, a little bit of background noise, but not too bad.
Yeah, as long as I keep it away from the speaker.
I wish I could get my microphones to work with the new computer, because if this thing just quits after about 2 minutes, regardless of what I do, but it has like half the delay.
I wish I could get my
It's not really a new computer as much as it is just my video card in a computer that was fixed.
I wish I could get my Saramonic wireless mic set up to work with my desktop, but it will not.
Yeah, but this computer was completely free. It was thrown away, and I got breath. I took I breathed more or life in it, something like that.
Free is in my budget.
It's free. I just got it from a friend of mine. He said someone wanted to throw it away, and I discovered that it was only the power supply that had some spark in it, and then every time it sparked, the computer started all over again. So that is why the guy thought it was broken. I put the commander's power supply in it, and it was going. Yeah, it was just running.
Yeah, most of the
And we have my 4070 graphics card in it. Or is it 4070 or 4080? I don't remember. It was up there. It wasn't a 4090.
And there was a 3060 video adapter in it, and that is also functioning fine. So it was in money, I think it was a very expensive computer in that time.
Yeah.
And I got it for free.
Most of the computers I've had, it was like a friend upgraded and gave me their old one. Which is fine, because it's like, I was never playing, like the online games or that. So I never needed a fast gaming computer.
The Donald John Trump Memorial Prison, where he can serve out the rest of his life.
Yeah, he has only one inmate.
Oh, no. I think he should have multiple inmates. Of all the groups he hates.
Yeah, he should just be thrown into the general population. The people that guards don't pay a lot of attention to. Take to people who play with children.
I think this is supposed to be an attack thing that was made from AI to attack Tellerico, but honestly, it kind of makes me want to support him even more. Let me get this up here.
Well, it's not like any of us can vote for him, I think. So
no.
I love trans kids.
Brought to you by Waterway News.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be an attack thing, but just kind of makes me want to support him more.
I'm sure someone's remixed that with Trump with more appropriate wording for what he's been accused of.
Yeah, I know the elbows up Canada is a salute. I don't quite get it. I know it was something, in rejection of Trump saying that he was going to make Canada into the 51st state. I just don't get why it's the elbows.
Please, Canada, I'm willing to live in one of your provinces. Indiana needs a regime change anyway.
I've been trying since the 80s to get Canada to annex the upper Midwest, or at least Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Yeah,
Oh,
Minnesota
okay, I get it now.
already.
It's a hockey thing with elbows up.
Oh. Okay, so if I understood hockey, I'd get it.
Oh,
have
so
no
it's
idea
like
about hockey. I don't know how it works.
It's a defensive tactic in hockey.
Yeah, but I have that with many sports.
Yeah.
Totally. What is this about?
Okay, well, Ollie Mann says in hockey it means you're ready to fight.
Well, in more American terms, Trump has definitely struck out.
Yeah.
Should go the whole 10 yards out of the Oval Office. And I don't know. I can't think of any more sports metaphors because I'm tired. And I don't like sports because sports are boring.
Yeah, I don't watch sports enough to really get most of it. I don't know the rules.
Well, I was pretty happy.
What happened there in front of the White House?
The shooting, you mean?
No,
Or
I mean the pictures of this podium or whatever they had there.
Oh, the UFC fight ring.
His UFC fight, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that there's something so completely ridiculous that you don't do that in front of the house of the most
Have you
important.
ever seen the movie Idiocracy? I think we've seen it.
I've seen it.
If not, we should seen it.
Camacho was better than Trump. Yes, Idiocracy is almost a documentary
Camacho
now.
might be an idiot, but he's not malignant.
Yep.
Anyway, it's after 5, so.
No, it's after 11 here.
In the real time zone, the only one that I care about, it's after 5.
Real time zone.
I see a little bit past 5 here.
I mean, never mind, we shouldn't be in that time zone where we are, but that's...
I hope I hear back. It's been a week since I sent my application to a place that some of the people in the comment section know about.
Yeah. I hope you hear back as well.
I think I should probably wrap it up here because I've got so much I need to get done before my trip this weekend.
Enjoy your trip.
Try and find your headset.
Yeah, well, the trip is down to see Slothgirl's family.
So go ahead and look under chairs and stuff.
Yeah, I had been doing that the whole time we've been live here, but
So next week you're gonna have me run the whole show.
yeah, next week I'm going to be out of town, so either you're going to run it or we're not going to have a show.
All right, that's no problem.
Because I will be out of town doing stuff with Slothgirl's family.
Well, just remember to set something up and they'll run it.
Okay, well, you can leave me suggestions if you want on what to go with. I didn't have anything planned for it yet.
We're doing next on the 10th, or did you want to move it to Friday next week, or wait until next month to move things around? What the hell?
I don't know. That sounded.
I think that was me sneezing, but I definitely heard violin, so that wasn't me.
I think that was a sax.
I thought
Benny Hill's yakety sax.
High speed.
Yeah, I heard Benny Hill there.
Meaning I know what it was and I know who did it.
Yeah.
And it was an accident.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to Wednesdays through this month until other things settle down for me.
Okay. So the 10th then. Okay.
Yep. Or actually, no, yeah. Wednesday, I should be back in time for that one. I should be back to be here on Wednesday.
Well, if not, I can still run it. No problem.
So I'm getting so muddled up on the days of the week already. So, but yeah.
Let's see here. What do we have here? We have National Black Cow Day. I don't know what the hell that is. Iced Tea Day. I'm not really a fan of iced tea.
Wait, what was that? Spot cow?
National Black Cow Day. Apparently, it looks like a drink.
Oh, okay.
National Egg Roll Day. National Herbs and Spices Day. National Ballpoint Pen in Day.
Is it like liquid black cow?
I think we should go with National Ballpoint Pen Day.
Yeah, I don't think I'm interested in the black liquid that comes out of a cow. We kind of discussed that already.
Let's see. Media Alert National Egg Roll. That's the same thing.
Egg roll day wouldn't be bad either, but okay, we got a couple of votes for ballpoint pen day. I don't think I've done that one before.
That would be something. It's one of the most important inventions in the world.
Yeah.
And then all the spin-offs of the ballpoint pen, like the deodorant rollers and that kind of stuff.
True. I really hadn't made that connection.
Oh, it's a 4070 Ti.
Yeah.
Not a TI 99 4A.
I don't think so.
That was a Texas Instruments home computer from the 80s.
Well, I'm happy with myself. I'm halfway to being able to do a full dragon flag.
Okay, well.
All right, don't want to get started new topic.
Okay, well, Porpoise, you have any final thoughts today?
If you would like to follow me on Clapper, it's Mad Computer Scientist. I've been doing a little more on my original YouTube channel, this one, The Sinister Porpoise. Follow me there. If you want to check out a new video I did on my other YouTube channel, Mad Computer Scientist, about the amazing digital circus. And
I gotta see that. Go ahead.
Go ahead and check it out. I'm discussing how Kane represents the alignment problem. All right, be excellent to each other, and so long, and thanks for all the fish. And I'm gonna head on out because I am nodding off.
Okay.
Later.
Ned.
As usual,
Excited to finish
nothing
up.
to say. Ivy is yelling in my head, for God's sake, say something. And so I do.
Something.
Yeah, I said something. It's exactly what she said.
Okay.
Help control your Trump population. Have Eric and Don Jr. spayed and neutered. I mean, look at the denigration between Fred and Trump and Donald, and then try degrading it again. And my God, we're going to have something that's Beavis and Butthead. Please spay those two.
I'm still pretty sure that Don Jr. is the only one that's actually his kid.
Actually,
I don't know. Baron Trump doesn't look a lot like him.
Well, I don't know anything about Barron, so I'm kind of excluding him. But of the adult children there, that
I think he's kind of barren. Who names his kid Baron?
There's a book written by Ingerson Lockwood called The Last President. And there's a giant riot at the address, which is now Trump Tower. And there was a Trump named Baron in that series.
Mhm.
Mm.
Little Baron Trump. It's a
So
book.
he's not really a baron,
So, Mage, what have you got going?
No, he isn't.
like from Munchausen.
Not much. I don't really have much going. I have my midnight show maybe tomorrow if you can make it. If you can find your headset.
Midnight there is in the morning here very early in the morning.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to
Yeah,
do
okay.
that.
All right, we'll skip it then.
Friday and drive.
Well, I guess the thing I've got going on is just trying to get myself over to Planet Fitness and scope that place out. Which is, a nice little thing for me to do.
I actually had a membership, so I can't say anything about it.
Yeah, it's just me fighting my anxiety, that's all.
Well, and yeah, I will be out of town for the weekend, but yeah, I should be driving back Monday or Tuesday, so I should be here for the show on Wednesday. So, thank you everybody who showed up to hang out with us. Hopefully by next week I will find my headset.
This was the first time that I had a headset on.
Works for you.
For headphones. It's just my old microphone, but because of the storm sounds and stuff.
Yep.
I have no idea what the headphones have to do with it.
Okay. Well, bye all. We will see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Later.